Knights were warriors in the medieval period who were heavily armed and trained in combat. They were often members of the nobility and served as the elite fighting force of their lords or kings. The concept of chivalry was closely associated with knights, and it referred to a set of ideals and behaviors that were expected of knights. Chivalry emphasized virtues such as honor, courage, loyalty, and generosity, and it required knights to behave in a noble and courteous manner towards others, especially women. Knights were expected to protect the weak, defend the innocent, and uphold justice. They also had a strong religious dimension, as they were supposed to be defenders of the Christian faith. Chivalry was expressed through various rituals and codes of conduct, such as the Code of Chivalry, which outlined the duties and obligations of knights. Knights were expected to be skilled in combat, but they were also expected to be well-rounded individuals who were knowledgeable in various fields such as literature, music, and the arts. The concept of chivalry and the image of the knight have had a significant impact on Western culture and continue to influence popular culture today. There are several myths about knights and chivalry that have been perpetuated in popular culture over the years. Here are some of the most common ones. 1. All knights were chivalrous. While the concept of chivalry was closely associated with knights, not all knights were chivalrous. Some knights were known for their violent behavior, and many engaged in looting and pillaging during wartime. 2. Knights always wore full armor. While knights did wear armor, they often did not wear full armor all the time. Armor was expensive and heavy, and it was often only worn during battle or when traveling through dangerous areas. 3. Knights were always noble and virtuous. While chivalry emphasized noble virtues, not all knights lived up to these ideals. Some knights engaged in immoral or unethical behavior, and some even broke the law. 4. Knights only fought for noble causes. While knights were often portrayed as fighting for noble causes, such as defending their country or protecting the innocent, they were also often involved in conflicts for personal gain or political power. 5. Chivalry was only about romance and courtly love. While chivalry did include elements of romance and courtly love, it was a much broader concept that encompassed many different aspects of knightly behavior and conduct. Overall, while knights and chivalry have been romanticized in popular culture, it's important to recognize that the reality of medieval life was often much harsher and more complex than these myths suggest. One of the most famous stories of a knight is the tale of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. This legend dates back to medieval times and has been retold in many different forms over the centuries. According to the legend, King Arthur was the ruler of the mythical kingdom of Camelot, and he was surrounded by a group of noble knights who sat at a round table. These knights, including Sir Lancelot, Sir Galahad, and Sir Gawain, were renowned for their bravery and chivalry, and they undertook many quests and battles in the service of their king. One of the most famous tales associated with King Arthur and his knights is the story of the Holy Grail. According to legend, the Holy Grail was a sacred cup that was said to have the power to grant eternal life, and King Arthur and his knights set out on a quest to find it. The search for the Holy Grail became a central theme in Arthurian legend, and it has been retold in many different forms over the years, including in literature, film, and television. The story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table continues to capture the imagination of people around the world and is seen as an enduring symbol of chivalry, heroism, and the pursuit of noble ideals.